everybody. I'm BJ Flagg.
And I'm Rich G, and this is episode 343, Price Hikes, Navigating Customer Anxiety. Today,
Oh my.
I know. Today we're setting our compass towards one of the most delicate navigational challenges, managing price hikes without losing the trust and loyalty of our valued customers. By the way, we are raising the podcast rates. So get in early because we're going to be charging more for this podcast.
Oh yeah, we're going to double it. We're doubling. Wait a minute. We don't charge for
Double down.
We're doubling down. In the next 15 minutes, we're going to dive deep into 6 critical areas, each with actionable guidance to help you steer your business with confidence. Let's embark on this journey together.
Okay. Well, the first thing we're going to be talking about is the whys behind the rise. Okay. First, we need to understand why. Why is this happening? Price hikes aren't just numbers. They're stories that need to be told. And I think all of us have run into this that run businesses where we've had to raise our rates.
Yeah. And it creeps up on you and your business. And then you all of a sudden realize, oh my gosh, we've hit a point. We need to raise the rate.
Yeah. And the big thing I think a lot of us are afraid of when we raise our rates is that we're going to lose that customer. I mean, and granted, it could happen. It could happen that we could lose that customer. And it's scary. And BJ, your business and my business are similar that when we're working with our clients, it could happen. We could hit them at a certain time and they do the calculus and then they're like, okay. And then you get that phone call of, you know what? I think I'm done, and then you know what? At that point, and I say to myself, they were probably going to leave anyway. It's just that the price hike was the excuse that they were using. The straw.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but here's the big but. I think that most clients will go, oh, okay, as long as it's reasonable. You don't double your rates, but you go, I need to increase my rates by 10% or something, or 15%.
Yeah. And just discussing it is so important. What would be a fantastic action item could they do, Rich, that would just make it so that it takes the sting out of the whole thing?
Absolutely. Well, here's how you can communicate this narrative effectively. Take action. Start by gathering your team and breaking down the specific factors leading to the price increase, be it raw material costs, labor, operational expenses. Then craft a message that's transparent and relatable. Use blog posts, emails, or even a video to explain these reasons to your customers, showing them your decisions behind the scenes. Remember, clarity breeds trust. That's the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
If you got their trust, they're going to understand.
Yeah. And, a lot of the people just send out one email and we'll raise our rates. Oh my gosh, you guys, missed opportunity. This is your time to be the communication experts of being able to really be pinpointed. And guess what? They're experiencing price hikes too.
Yeah.
And, if they can kind of learn a little bit from that, that's going to be the way that they're going to tell their customers. So, if, pass on the good way to do it. And if your relationship is strong, they're sticking around and they're also going to rally for you. Oh, I was wondering when you were going to do that. Oh my God, that's great. No problem. Don't worry. And you're like, oh, wow. Why did I wait so long?
Yeah. Why did I wait? So I remember years ago, I had a coach and he was like, the price is this. And we started working. He goes, the first of the year, I'm going to be raising my rate by 10%. And I just did the math. I went, okay, that's fine. Because I valued his service. That's the whole thing.
Right. And you had a couple of months to go and you realized how valuable it was. No, you stuck with it. Let me talk about number 2 here. Empathy in times of change. you know what? Let's navigate the waters of empathy. The client, your customers' feelings are valid, and it has been tough out there. They
Yeah.
have been getting hit on all sides: groceries, gas, power, clothing, everything. And they feel like someone is out to bankrupt them. They actually have that feeling of, what the heck? What the heck? I remember, at tax time, where you kind of go over all your things and you realize, holy cow, I made 10% less.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not going to happen again.
Yeah.
So you're feeling it. You need to have empathy for your clients and realize, wait, they're under that pressure. They're under that pressure. And, Rich, what are you seeing, for instance, with your coaching clients?
Yeah.
I'm sure you hear it.
It's first of all, empathy is huge when you're doing something like this because you have
Yeah.
to feel them out. The analogy I use all the time is if you're ever doing your email and you start getting all this junk email, these people reaching out trying to sell you, and you get these newsletters or something, and then suddenly people just like, I don't know about you, I just go, I can't take it, and I start unsubscribing, and it's this
Right.
built up of feeling. So empathy happens in the same way with price hikes. When people are feeling, you need to talk to them a little bit more, and honestly, if they're going, I'm having a great year, everything's wonderful, that's the time. That's the
That's
time
it.
to raise your
That's
rate.
it.
To raise your
Right
rate.
after they compliment you, do it
Yeah.
then.
After they
Yeah.
compliment
Yeah.
you too,
It's
they
got
go, "Oh,
reasons.
BJ, you
Yeah.
guys are doing a great job. Yeah, I just want to let you know we're raising our rates." You know.
But it all works out.
Yeah.
Usually if you have the best reasons, as we said, number one, that you're golden, you're fine.
Yeah.
A great action item is to empower your customer service team by training on empathetic communication. Role play scenarios where they can practice responding to customer concerns with understanding and care.
Yeah.
You aim to ensure every team member can provide a reassuring and empathic response by making customers feel heard and valued. This is unbelievably important. They also are stakeholders. They
Yeah.
also are stakeholders. They're going to put two and two together and say, "Wow, our leadership really thought this out." And if they have that ownership too of being able to say, "You know what? Let me go to my manager. I have a couple of ideas. Let me get back to you. You have some very valid points, and I'd really like to continue to speak about this." All
Yeah.
of a sudden, that's going to be a customer for life. They, well, they love that. And maybe they can't do too much. Maybe they can do 2%, but it was worth it. And they go, "Thanks for going to bat for me." "Oh, no problem. Anytime, Mr. Smith." Oh, yeah. There you go.
Well, our third topic is strengthen your value proposition. And it's all about value here. Showing added value can soften the impact of price hikes, especially when you're talking to a client that you do a lot of work for. You could say, like, it sounds like you just got that promotion, you just got that raise. Your customer, your revenue has jumped by 20% in the last 6 months. Find out what the value that you're providing with your service and use that as a way to get people to understand that you're raising your rate a little bit.
Yeah. And I think what you're trying to say is you're customizing the proposition
Yes. Yeah.
to that client. So you're being intentional about what you're discussing with that client. I was talking to you about a client that we had to describe that we were going to raise the rates. Hadn't done it in quite a while. And when we did it, we said, there's going to be two ways we can actually keep our price down. If you don't mind, could we restructure this? And could we also provide to you a service of being able to tell you when all the ads are going to be coming up? And he's like,
Yeah.
"You do that? Oh God, that would be huge. It's such a pain for me." I went, anytime, glad to do it. That'll actually help. And we'll be able to, really kind of keep that number down. Oh my gosh, he was so appreciative. So here again, you're the value proposition.
Absolutely. The action we want you to do with this is identify and develop additional benefits or enhancements that could accompany your new pricing. This could be anything from improved features to exclusive content, to access to premium services, VIP. You're a VIP now. Announce these enhancements alongside your price hike, highlighting the improved value to your customers will enjoy. It's about making them feel like they're getting more, okay, and not
Yes.
paying more.
Right. We just recently had to go through a major change on our managed server network. And now it's called the Advanced Network. And of course, we're like, we're marketers. So we're like, that was good. I did feel better. And I hope I feel just as good as when I have to pay more. So it's pretty funny. Let's go on to number 4, flexible pricing strategies. Moving on, flexibility on pricing can be a real game changer. When your customers see multiple options, it usually makes their decision so much easier. Less pressure on one final price. They have a choice. It really makes them feel well. Yes, this is going to take your sales team a little bit longer to put together. Yes, it's going to be a little bit of a navigation for you guys, but worth it. Totally worth it.
Yeah. And it's like if you give people different options like lower price, mid price, premium price with additional services, it invariably gets them to pick the middle price. Rarely do they pick this lower price because they get nothing with it. But also, sometimes they pick the premium price, so you never know.
And you've seen those charts where they have the check marks. These are all the things you get.
Yeah.
And then they have the extra check marks on the medium one.
Yeah.
And the other one's unlimited. I'm telling you, you do get excited about, oh, I really want that one other service.
Yeah.
And that pushes you to the medium. All right. So a great action item for us is create a flexible payment options or loyalty discounts for your customers. Consider introducing tiered pricing on all different levels of service or bundling your products for a better value proposition. Remember, announce these options through your marketing channels, emphasizing choice and control back to your customers' hands. Really a great benefit. Am I right, Rich?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, number 5 is our 5th topic is internal alignment and training. Everybody needs to be on board. So we have to zero in on your team. Internal alignment is crucial for smooth sailing because if some people, they all know about the price change, but if some people are really good at explaining it and some people have no idea, you're going to have a problem. So you really need to get everybody on board.
Right. And this is funny. Sometimes it's not the manager.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can kind of identify a mentor within your group that is a great explainer and brings it down to a level and then brings it up as they go and describe it. All of a sudden, the ownership of the change becomes universal across that whole team group. And usually the manager will say it once and expects everybody to hear it. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. You need the person who has comfort in being able to repeat it numerous times.
So we have our action item for this is conduct training sessions focused on the price adjustment narrative. Ensure every team member understands the why, the how, and the what of the price increase. Equipping them, I can't say it, equipping them with FAQs and response templates so they know how to answer certain questions. This uniformity in communication ensures your customer-facing team is confident, knowledgeable, and consistent in their interactions.
Yeah. And also, you be flexible. You be flexible. If that
Yeah,
customer service team says back to you, I can't say that. That's
yeah,
kind of awkward. That's kind of gurky. Can you give it to me again?
yeah,
Change it up. Change it
yeah.
up. Use
Get
their
rid of the
knowledge.
word equipping.
Yeah,
Equip
equipping is a tough one, you know?
equipping. It is equipping.
Empathy. Okay, there
Empathy,
we go.
empathy.
Empathy,
so,
empathy.
so what's
Uh,
our final topic?
I want you leveraging customer feedback. Oh my gosh, Rich and I were just talking offline about the fact that people don't do this enough.
Yeah,
This is free market data. We want to turn our attention to that customer feedback, the most invaluable compass of any business. Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
yeah. And what's big about the customer feedback is you could just ask, "How am I doing? How am I doing? How are we doing? How's everything?
Yeah,
How do you like the
open-ended question.
redesign? How do you like our spring fashions? How do you like our new
Yeah,
paint carol? Did you have a good experience during this? You can
right.
do a lot of
Yeah.
different things.
Oh yeah, and one of the things that I always feel really strong about is you might be having a quote a casual conversation, but you're asking the exact same things that would have been in a survey.
Yeah,
And if you say it in a certain way, they feel heard, and they feel that you're caring about them. So huge. The big action item for this is setting up a structured process to collect, analyze, and act on the customer feedback regarding this price change. Use here's a good thing, and I bring it up again, but use surveys, social media listening tools, a direct customer interactions as you feed your feedback channels. A lot of our customer management systems have the ability to store this information.
yeah.
Salesforce is a good example where you can have certain set questions. They're not out of nowhere. They're actually certain set ones, but you can, use the colloquialisms and make them very comfortable and then enter it into your customer management software. This data is gold. It's going to enable you to make informed adjustments and improvements, showing your customers that their voices truly matter.
Yeah, I ran into a store. This is pretty interesting. When I was checking out and putting my credit card in, it has the screen there, and it had a simple little screen that popped up. How was our service today? And it had a happy face, a face that was like average, and an unhappy face. And you just hit the happy face, and that's simple. That's simple. It's like
Yeah,
boom, and it goes into a database. It's not to the person, but it's
one
just,
question.
yeah,
Yeah,
one
it's
simple
great.
question.
It's so awesome. I love it.
So there we have it, a comprehensive map to navigate the challenging seas of price hikes.
With clear communication, empathy, enhanced value, flexible strategies, internal alignment, and a keen ear for customer feedback, your business is not only going to survive, it's going to thrive. It's going to be awesome.
So that's it for today's episode. We invite you to share this podcast on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok with the hashtag The Best Small Business Show.
And thank you for tuning into the Best Small Business Show. If this episode has been valuable to you, subscribe, follow, and share it with other budding entrepreneurs who could benefit.
And that's it for this week. You can reach out to BJ at newrenew.com and me at richg.com.
And thanks to our editor and producer, Richard Scalzo. Have an unbelievable week and catch you later.